the San Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati Bengals. They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Jimmy going to look to throw it on the first play. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
First down, here's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Here we go.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now left side on the swing pass. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Garoppolo. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They will throw on first down with Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Burrow going to give this to Mixon, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. They go high formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. They find some open. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's McCloud from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fast.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the third time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on, and I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here we go. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. And Burrow going to throw again. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And it's caught. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McPherson on for the point after. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. On 1st down, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Garoppolo now. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit.
Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow.
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things...
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the 49ers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Gould with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive first. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. This is caught. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Mixon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Mixon up the middle. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
run with Mixon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And boy, figure this one out. Leading here in the 4th, and now they're going to try an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. From midfield now, Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight. Stop.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Here we go. Ready? Lines up.
57. Mike, 57. Wide field. Shoot.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight. 11. It can. Stop.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Shakes off the sack, eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They try to take a shot there on second down, and that leaves them because of the incompletion. A very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain.
He's got a man, complete, touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 47 yards. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
That's good for 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Inside handoff to Mixon.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Burrow. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing, Burrow.
Dancing to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
Here we go, here we go. Down. 180. Nice hot.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Here we go, here we go.
11 MT, 11 MT.
57, Mike 57.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game.
So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.